What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning back in. Chase Games here, and today we have what you all wanted. Everybody loves these things. It's a tier list. Since I hit 1,000 subs, I figured I'd do a tier list for you guys. It's been a while since I did one. I don't think I forgot any units this time. Last time I forgot Nemzo. This is up to date. I made it myself, which really wasn't that hard. Obviously, I grabbed the images off of GameWith site and made it on tiermaker.com, and I'll have the link for this template in the description. Hopefully I do that correctly. I think it'll take you right here. And yeah, this is everything up into Trick Gretzel, Spooky Valencia. Keep in mind she's not out yet. If you're watching this today or later, she's out in a few hours, so I'm going to put her where I think she'll be. Could be dead wrong, okay? I'll probably have another one of these next month because we have the Blossom system coming. So I could kind of judge how good I think they'll be, but what's the point? And it's going to change things up a lot, so I will mention which units have a Blossom incoming, most likely. But I'm not going to rank them accordingly. Without any further ado, let's start off with, I think I'll start with I'll try to pick out the general pool first. Let's go with Nightclubber. Guys, I really want to put him up at Amazing. I think you should orb your Nightclubbers, guys. I really do. If you have a fight that's all physical damage, he's going to take so much less damage than anything. No, he doesn't necessarily have tanking abilities. But I mean, he's 700 defense at rank 7. Or rank 6, rather. It's so much, and he does AoE damage, okay? Yes, he's only doing 300 to 400 damage to things, but he's doing it with Ultra Stomp, okay? He's hitting half the enemy team. And he's only 50 points in Arena. Yeah, he's a great counter to a lot of physical units. I think his weakness and resistances are decent, not perfect. You know, it depends on the team you're going against, but I'm not going to put him up in God tier. A lot of you guys will give me crap because I'm not putting him lower. A lot of you guys, if you think he's down on the bottom, you are wrong. You're wrong. You are wrong. But I understand if you don't agree with me that he's amazing. I love mine, though. I'm very happy. It's also based on mine being fully awakened. If you have yours at 1 or 2, no, he's probably not. Wait until he's awakened. Alright. But I've talked about him enough. I went on about him in my last tier list. White King. I'm going to put him... I'll try to order this a bit. It won't be perfect. White King I'm going to put ahead of Nightclubber. He's amazing. He's not God tier. Maybe I would have said that before. Another important thing, and I'll try to do these a little more regularly because people love them anyway. I think we've hit a little power creep. That's fairly obvious. There's like a level of power creep. I don't know. I mean, like Nocturnus is stronger than everything else. I don't know. Every new banner unit that comes out is going to be pretty darn good now, I think. So I think... I don't know, I'm just kind of pulling this out of my rear here. I think that, like, when we got Zoma and units like that, we kind of jumped up. And now, after the 6 month, now we've got a Stark, we just got Seraphi, Overkilling Machine. I think there's a lot of really good stuff upcoming in the next 6 months. Maybe not everything is huge. I'm not sure. I didn't keep up with JP on every single event. I think that, like, we've just entered, like, the next tier of power creep. Not as big as the first one necessarily, but, anyway, power creep is part of gachas. That you just can't avoid it for the most part. White King's amazing, and you're probably going to have him fully awakened. He has a very relevant leader skill, because Swoosh is great. Now, on the other hand, when you're talking about PvE, he will have a much higher wisdom score because he will be awakened more than your Nara, unless you're a whale. Then you know better, okay? You're not an idiot. But for the most part, anybody watching this and actually getting advice from me, taking advice from me, your White King has a higher wisdom score than Nara. Maybe her ability... I don't think her spell does more damage than Swoosh. Sorry, I don't remember what happened when I put them side by side. But anyway, yeah, he's a solid damage dealer. He's a solid caster. He is fragile. I put him this high because he's general pool. He's going to be awakened. There is no bloom talent incoming for him probably anytime soon, but when it does, boy, he's going to be amazing. Okay, let's see another general pool. You know what? Before I forget, let's just put he's above the general pool. Okay, if you started your account halfway correctly, you have Killing Machine. If you did it well, you have at least one awakening on him. He's not usable really without the first one. Me personally, I think he's down here, but that's because I went a long time without him. I don't have mine orbed. I can't be fair to him. I think he's probably here. I think he's probably good. He's outdated. He is. So I think he's got a fairly good attack. He's got an AoE to give him, he's got, spinning attack, rolling attack, I can't remember which one, so he's going to do decent damage, but he's only movement 3, and his moves aren't really ranged. That AoE attack, it can hit, the diagonal. That's probably its biggest use in Arena. That's the only way he'll be able to hit anything turn 1 in Arena, so, but, I mean, when you're facing off against these guys in Arena, be careful. You put something with a crack weakness in front of him. I have underestimated him too many times. Leave my true form sitting right in front of him. Bam, one shot. He still has some firepower, okay? But really, you got to have some awakening copies into him. I wouldn't say he's usable. If you're talking about Arena, he's an Arena unit. If you don't have more than one copy in him, you're not bringing him, unless you're a newer player. Yeah, I'm talking kind of higher tier. I'm talking about my tier. I don't have a lot of awakening copies and things, but I have gotten to the point with some of the older units where, their awakenings, change how much value I put into them. Anyway, that's enough about Killing Machine, I think, but yeah, he's decent. He'll be good in PvE too, obviously, but just if he has the right resistances and or there's a crack weakness. Otherwise, you're not bringing him, and he's fragile, so you got to be careful with him. I'm not a huge fan of him. Emperor Slime, God, it's such a shame. He's good. I may have had him in amazing tier before, but he's just, Seraphi came out. Seraphi trumps him in every way possible. I can't think of, I don't know. He has Kabuff. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible for a fight not to need Emperor Slime instead of Seraphi, but he's outclassed in every single way. But if you don't have Seraphi, he's still very good. Get him up to S5. I found that from S4 to S5 was a big improvement for me, but I've not felt the need to take him to S6. Great healing output on him. Great Troll. I'm going to put him down here. I know, back in the day, Nib orbed his up. He said he was very happy with it. Mine's fully awakened. I think he was my first fully awakened S rank. I just can't find myself putting orbs into him anytime soon. So I'm sure he has plenty of uses. But I can't see him being any, he's a meat shield. When you put him on the stage with the right weaknesses, where he has the right resistances, that's probably the best use I see for him. Hell Gladiator. Because of his leader skill, I'm gonna put him up here in Amazing. I think we may be hitting the point in content, this was a thing on Hall of Hargen, where a couple of the strategy guide makers had theirs at S6, and they had awakenings. Now, mine's still at 0 awakening. It's the only general pool S rank that I don't have any awakening copies of, which up until recently has been perfectly fine, but you might need to orb this guy soon. On that note, this is old hat, okay? I know this argument's dead. I can no longer communicate with anybody I used to have this argument with, basically, but the argument that an S4 is usable is now out the window, with S7 coming. Because even though S7 does not require an iridescent orb, ranks 5 and 6 still do, so you can't tell me that you can use an S4 unit in anything relevant. So, yeah, you might need to orb your Hell Gladiator soon. It's all about the leader skill. I think he's... I don't know, maybe he can take a few hits after some awakenings and getting ranked up. I don't know. But his leader skill alone makes him amazing. Okay. Let's see. Squidzilla. This guy's ranking is going to change a lot after his blossoming. But right now, he's right here. His leader skill is still good, but it's not as relevant as it used to be. A Stark is 15%, right? So he's outclassed there. If you can bring a Stark, then he's got no use for his leader perk. Still a solid bang user. He just has no range. He's resistant to Frizz and Sizz. Those are often... any element is common in the right event or whatever, but I know there's a lot of times where I wish I had had mine ranked up. I think he's very good on the Orochi fight. A couple other things. I'm working on getting mine up to 6 right now. I put 1 orb in him and 1 orb in Great Dragon, so if you are sitting on a couple of extra orbs right now, go ahead and level up him and Great Dragon. I tell people to do exactly what I do a lot, because I'm right about everything. I'm the DQT authority. Sarcasm, guys, but seriously, there's no argument that Squidzilla and Great Dragon are not going to be worth ranking up when their blossoming comes up. So you might as well do it now if you're sitting on extra orbs. Hybrid. I don't even know if he belongs up in good anymore, but I have to put him there because I double ranked up mine. He's got some use. It's just he's too fragile to not one-shot things, and he doesn't one-shot things. He uses Scorch, so he'll do a good chunk of damage to 2 or 3 units. He can hit anything he wants the first turn or two, but then he's going to die. So I regret putting my orbs into him, but he still has some use. Yeah. Okay. Metal Dragon. Right now I've heard that he can do some things. He's just like Great Troll. He's a meat shield. Maybe I should keep these guys together. I don't know. But right now, I think he's the worst. I think he's the worst right now. Like I said, if you have him fully awakened and you already orbed yours, you can probably show me him doing some impressive things. But I think he's one of the worst right now. This guy I got yelled at last time because it's like, no, he's actually still... He's already pretty good, Chase, and, this and that. So I'm going to have to move this guy up to... This will be good on the right fight. Great Dragon. I mentioned him a minute ago. He's going to get a Blossom. He's going to get a Cone Breath. He'll be great. Right now, he's got a Crack Breath attack. I don't even remember if his other crack ability is B or A rank, how much that does, but... he's okay right now. If he's got the right resistances, you've got a stage with crack weakness, he'll be respectable, but really, other than the fact that his blossoming is incoming, you have no business orbing up Great Dragon, unless you just really want a Dragon Breath team. It was something that people really wanted around event launch. I know a lot of people talked about a Dragon Breath team, and it hasn't really been viable. Up until now, or very soon. Very soon. Once his blossoming comes out, you're going to have him. You're going to have Helbridsaurus. Helbrid's Dragon. Other units, Dimensional Dragon will be out in about 5 minutes after the blossoming talent system comes out. I'm exaggerating, but only a little. 5 minutes is always an exaggeration for me, guys. Anyway, Great Dragon is going to move up a lot, but right now he's fast. I really don't know what kind of damage he does with like maxed abilities and rank and whatnot, but he's not... You can maybe argue for good, but I think I'm good with putting him right there. Yeah, King Slime. Well, here's the thing. He has to be here. He has to be here. He has a Bloom talent coming in. Global is probably going to be like 5 months for it. It basically just came out on Japan, and nobody cares about it, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this guy, I don't know what he's for. Oh, sorry. He does, he pushes units. Okay, so there are, like a DQ3. He was very useful on a couple of the fights. Damn near mandatory. But there's no reason to put any orbs in this guy. I put my mid-heal scroll on mine. I regret it all the time. Completely useless. I thought putting it on a tanky unit with some decent defense was or Wisdom was going to be a good idea, and it wasn't. It was just stupid. Okay, let me see. Oh, Royal Reptile. Yeah, it's definitely up here. He's at the top of good. I've double orbed mine. I have no regrets. I just got the 4th Awakening copy of him. That was the only thing I was excited to get in my Overkilling Machine 30,000 gem pulls. I'll post that video soon. Sorry, I never want to jump onto my laptop to post anything I recorded there because it would take 5 minutes. But Royal Reptile is he's dated. He's kind of the same things about Killing Machine, except he doesn't have an AoE to hit things diagonally. But yeah, if you have he's resistant to crack and something else. So early on in Arena, he was the Zoma counter. But yeah, he's going to do amazing zap damage, but he's only movement 3. So if you're looking at him, you know, to orb him up, it's only if you already have a few Awakening copies in him. And yeah, I mean, he was very good on the Atlas fight. He, like, took care of Atlas pretty well well, he took care of the Atlas ads. That was a poison strat fight, but the Hollow Hargen version, not the giant boss battle. But yeah, very useful unit, but he's not amazing tier anymore. A month or two ago, I might have put him up in amazing. He's very good. General Pool, did I... Oh, okay, so we're down to 2. Archdemon, I've never been able to... I never had the orbs to put him up when he was probably still relevant. And now there are so many boom spellcasters. God, no, you can't put an orb in Archdemon. So maybe I'm underrating him. I don't know. I can't get... Mine's fully awakened. I would love to be able to orb him up and see what he can do, but... Dude, everything casts powerful boom spells right now. He's movement 2, and Kaboom has a range of 2. I can't orb that. That's crazy. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, right, I don't know. Maybe he should be down here. I honestly have no idea, because I can't use him. Honestly, I think he does belong down here, just because right now there's no reason to orb him. I mean, maybe if you're a brand new player and for some reason you got this guy fully awakened or something before everything else, sure, if he's your best unit, go ahead. I'm sure he's respectable, but there's no reason to use Archdemon right now. So I'm sorry if that's a little cruel. Yeah. Alright, Prism Peacock. I think he's also right down here. He's going to get a Blossom next month. That's not going to move him up to God tier. I don't know if it'll put him in amazing tier, but he will be significantly better. But right now, useless. You're probably using him for Frizzle right now more than his main ability because he has movement 2 and an AoE martial skill. So it's a martial skill, so it's Martial's worse than Breath. I mean, it can miss. It can wake units up. It's the worst damage type right now. Like, literally. The worst. So he's mediocre damage. I don't know if he's especially tanky or anything like that, but... and if you're bringing an S rank, you sure as hell don't want to be using B rank spells with it. Although that's mostly an arena problem, but... There's absolutely no reason to use Prism Peacock right now, especially to orb him up. So there we are. Alright, so that's all 13 plus the Killing Machine. Let's start... I'll try to keep it in order right now. Yeah, Fight Me. Dragonlord is already amazing tier. Alright, when he gets his Bloom, God tier plus. Okay. No, he's not an arena unit. This is... You know, this is my PvE ranking for him for the most part. Dude, he still does just sick damage with his Hellfire Blast, okay? Yeah, you know, sometimes he has range problems and all that, but here's the thing. On the most difficult content, if you've got something with a Frizz weakness, you want Dragonlord, okay? Just amazing. And a lot of times you're using a cover tank anyway, so his, you know, him being a caster isn't going to be as big a deal. So, no, not the most perfect unit, but if you don't have to worry about him taking too many hits, and you have a boss unit with a Frizz weakness, he's the best. He's the best unit in the game. God tier, already. When he gets his Bloom, he's gonna be friggin' insane. All right. Now this is based on Arena. I'm gonna put him up at God tier. He's just so good. He doesn't really one shot. He doesn't really one shot anything. If you have an enemy with like I think it has to be a weak White King, like maybe at level 100 or like only 1 or 2 awakening, something like that. You got to be taken on a scrub. He'll one shot White King with fire at level 10. I'm sure. I don't know what the highest awakening I've taken out. Maybe it depends on HP weapons as well. But I know I can often take out a White King one hit, maybe a couple other things, very weak units, but for the most part, he's doing so much frizz, he's doing his frizz breath attack, and he's just doing so much that, that it's very easy for something else to finish it off. You know, doing 50% damage to one unit isn't really that great, but when you do it to 3 units, and then maybe you have a unit or 2 next to him that also does 50% damage to 2-3 units, that's awesome. Okay. Unfortunately, he's 65 points, but he is generally worth it, especially if you've got a couple of frizz weaknesses. Like I said, if you know that you're taking on a White King with like 0 or 1 awakening, or maybe he's only S5, bring him. He'll take him out. And when you're just using fire, his awakenings don't matter at all. That's another great thing about him. Do you have 1 copy of Dragonlord Trueform? Great. You're set. Okay? His first, all of his awakening copies and perks only affect Tail Swing. So I underrated that for a while. Okay? In Arena, you're not using it until turn 2 anyway. You're sweeping up with it. But, yeah, literally, as long as you have him max level, his awakenings don't matter one bit for fire breath damage, which is my main pull for him. Like I said, Tail Swing is for cleanup on round 2, 90% of the time in Arena. In PvE, he will be useful, but, I mean, he's doing breath damage, so doing 600 damage or so to a boss that's weak to frizz, that's not really enough, depending on the strategy, depending on the map. If there's a lot of adds, he's still good, but, yeah. Alright, Queen Slime. I can't put her more than good, but I haven't really used her. I know a lot of people love her in Arena and say she's amazing. I just can't confirm it for myself. She may belong up in amazing, but I'm going to put her at good. I'm tempted to orb mine. If you still have your Chocolate Toss scroll and you're willing to or want to orb up your Queen Slime, I think she may literally be the most perfect unit for it, because she's... I don't think her martial perk will increase its healing. She has a martial up perk. I don't know if it does effect as well. But she has sporadic MP regen. So she's fast, she's tanky, and she can literally heal all day with that ability for the most part, with rare exceptions. So, yeah, I would, if you orbed up your Queen Slime, put that heal on her. She'd be great at it. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Okay, Steinhardt. I think I can only put him at good tier as well. I just, you know, Queen Slime's probably ahead of him. Oh, and she has that drag. She's also very niche. Amazing. If you need to pull something, she's one of the few units that can do it. Steinhardt, I have mine up to 4 awakening. I still haven't really done anything amazing with him. He's a good unit to have. If you got a lot of awakening copies in him, orb him up. He's been on a couple of, you know, multi-banners by now, so maybe you have some copies of him. I'm less than excited about mine, and he's at S6. He's getting dated. He is dated. But yeah, if you've got him at like 3-4 awakening, he's probably worth orbing, depending on your box. Okay. Going along, I think the next one is Beramos, right? I'm going to put him above these guys just because I have experience with him. I like him more. I haven't done things... I haven't run him next to the other boom users, but I have to imagine that he probably does more straight up boom type damage due to his perks and the kind of moves that he has. He doesn't do any status conditions. He's just straight bang type damage. I would imagine he does more than Hargen and the other, Nara. I imagine he does more damage than them, but I could be wrong. So yeah, he's just a solid bang type caster. He's good, not amazing tier. All right, he is underrated a lot, but I'm gonna leave him right there in the good tier. And then Zoma. I think I'll still keep him in God tier. He was the first. When I kind of mentioned before, like the tiers of power creep, he was the first. He invented power creep in this game. Literally, he invented power creep, and that's a dumb way to say it, but he was the first power creep in DQT. And like I said, we're entering another tier. But I mean, anything with crack, he's my only crack type dealer, damage dealer right now, because I'm not orbing my killing machine until he's bloomed. So yeah, great. He's got a range 3 with a crackle AoE pattern. Let me see. Cycanon, so he's never, as long as there's no magic resistance and or reflection, he's going to do great damage no matter what, even if it's not heavy brilliant damage. Cycanon's always going to hit something for solid damage. And then, yeah, I mean, he's got dark robes, he's got a little bit of damage reduction. It's usually not something I even really factor in, but he's great. You want Zoma, okay? You're not ever going to regret having him. Even if you have him at 0 awakening, orb him. He's still worth saving boss fragments for an awakening, as long as you don't need him for, like, a Stark or something like that. Okay, so let's go... I think if we actually had things in order, we'd have Juliante next on this list. She came out probably before Zoma. I'm gonna put her in the middle of amazing. I underrated her when she came out. First of all, she's gonna get a bloom talent. She got it in JP. We're a few months away from it. Who knows when they'll give it to us though, because summer was could be really late, could be really early for us. Hopefully we won't have to wait till next summer. Yeah, she's got she does decent damage. You're not bringing her for damage. You're bringing her for her attack buffing and then doing some decent damage. She's also 50 points for Arena, although she doesn't really have the range for Arena. She's moved 2 and her ability has 2 range, so if she could just move 3, or if she just had a 3 range ability, she'd probably be God tier. But right now, there's just so many fights where her Alluring Vanadori, I think that's what it's called, is amazing, that I'm going to put her there. And then she still does relevant damage. It's just not amazing in my experience. Let's see. Let's get her out of the way. She's not released yet. She is the most recent unit for Global, although wouldn't be that old on JP. I'm just going to leave her down at the bottom because I have no idea where she would fit on here. She's dated. Okay. There's another, as far as PvE goes, there's another, what I would imagine, stronger Zam caster. We've got a Stark for Zam physical. Now, granted, for Arena, she's only 50 points, so that's good. She's got that over the other ones. But it's well, I don't know. She's got a weird AoE pattern, and it's spread damage. It's random damage. And then she's got a strong single target Zam ability. I don't really see her in as Arena unit. I could be wrong. I mean, her Awakening perk doesn't kick in till round 3. That screams, don't bring me to Arena. Although there are some times where, the Awakening perk doesn't matter for Arena, but I see her as dated. She'll probably get an amazing bloom. I'm crossing my fingers that maybe at Halloween and Global they give us her bloom early. But we don't know. We don't know what her bloom is yet. JP will find out in a few weeks. Let's see. Are we up to Elena and no, I think this came next for us. Geez, I don't know where to put this guy. It's probably good. I'm almost tempted to put that will be good on the right fight. He's, again, he's dated. He's very dated. He's right there with, he's probably right next to Steinhardt. I've compared these guys before. Whichever one you have more awakenings on is the one that you should put orbs into, if you want a whoosh physical user. But yeah, he's moved 4, but he has no range. He does have a martial AoE skill to hit the diagonals. So it probably makes him... I think he's better than Steinhardt, but my Steinhardt is orbed because I have Awakening copies of him, unlike Draguar. He does... his martial skill is good. I don't think it probably doesn't do amazing damage, but it's element neutral and does the status condition that I can't recall. Yeah, he's a great unit, but he's just dated. He's dated. All right, where are we? Well, let's go with Elena and Carol. I'm gonna put her like up here, the top of good. She's not amazing. If you have the right fight where you can get her a cover tank, but she can still be right next to a boss, she's gonna put out amazing damage. But she's a glass cannon. She's something that I've began to respect more as opposition in the arena. It's very easy for her to crit and take out a couple of units, but using her yourself in arena, her Trailblazer will allow her to hit just about anything you want on the first turn, and then she will die. Unless you can take out the whole arena, like unless you can take out 3 or 4 other units the very first turn, she will be hit by the enemy team and get taken out. And any arena strategy that allows one of your units to die is, well, you're not aiming for the top 100. And then yeah, in arena, or sorry, in PvE, if you've got a Frizz weakness, she's good. Although if you're not using a cover tank on her, she's probably going to die. So depends on the fight. She does have resistances, obviously, so I don't remember what they are, but if she resists the right things and they have a Frizz weakness, she's going to be amazing. Carol. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and be harsh and just put him down here. Obviously, never, ever, ever in arena. Never, ever. God, no. No. As far as, if you have as many or more Awakening copies in your Carol or in Emperor Slime, you're either a whale, extremely unlucky, or you're doing it wrong. So I'm not even going to put him next to Emperor Slime for PvE. You should have a stronger Emperor Slime. Yeah, I mean, you're not bringing Carol for damage. So it's all about multi-heal. I don't know which one of them heals stronger at an equal level, but Emperor Slime does plenty of healing. He has sporadic MP regen. He's got Kabuff. He's got Shear. Carol has a similar ability, but I think it's attack and spell resistance. No, Emperor Slime for me, all the way. I don't see any need in orbing up both of them. Yes, there are fights where Carol is going to be better than Emperor Slime. Yes, he can take more hits. But I'm just gonna, whenever I bring Emperor Slime, I'm either keeping him safe or using cover, etc. Yes, there are a lot of more effects that ruin cover, but that's not enough for me to orb Carol. Especially when we have another just flat out better healer. Let me see. Are we up to Sorrow now? Yeah, Sorrow's still God tier. Yeah, he does great damage. He's got a lot of range with his something Gras. It's like Gross Grasp or something like that. It's probably ahead of Zoma now. I don't know. This list is, like I said, Sorrow is a great arena unit and one that I don't find myself bringing a lot. I find his damage with his pull attack is good, but it's rarely it's only one-shotting the weakest units. So I don't love it as much as I thought I would. And then he doesn't get to use his Devastation attack until like round 2, although it's very good. But yeah, it's because he's 65 points. Obviously, if he was 50 points, I'd bring him every match. And then in PvE, he's usually very good, great damage. So yeah, he was kind of like the beginning of tier 2 power creep, I believe. Just a must-have unit, must-have. I don't know whether to say he's better than a Stark. Let's just do a Stark right now. Stark is right up here. I mean, a Stark is stronger, okay, and he's got that amazing range on his big Zam attack, which when he came out, he was the only Zam A-rank skill on Global. There was nothing else. So if you wanted to do relevant Zam damage to something, it was a Stark or nothing. So that gave him extra points. The fact that it is a melee only, okay, so it's got to be something right in front of you. But it hits the 2 squares to each side, so it's, you know, a 5-tile attack. That's pretty amazing. With his high damage, he auto buffs himself. He's got a big heal, so he's almost impossible to kill in arena. This is a unit. You could probably mess with him if he has 0 awakenings when you see him on the opponent's arena team, but if you see awakening copies on him, avoid at all costs. Avoid at all costs. Maybe there are strategy. You need to avoid him at all costs or have a strategy. I don't use strategy. I just avoid certain units as much as possible. But yeah, just amazing damage. But yeah, Sorrow is... They're just both god tier. You want both of them. Let's go on to the brides. Bianca's amazing. Yeah, let's get her up there. I haven't really been able to use her. I just got her up to S6. I don't have her awakened, so she's missing a movement. That makes a big difference. In arena, if you need a zap weakness, she's 65 points. But I got surprised. She can one-shot Zomas. At least she did during zap week. Yeah, so when she can move 3 and then do a 2-space AoE attack, that's really good. She does great single target zap damage. She can use Oomph, so she's always useful every turn. She's never going to just sit around and do nothing for the most part. Great, but yeah, in arena, I wouldn't say she's usable in arena with movement 2. Unfortunately, I hope that's a mechanic they completely get rid of. I think they're kind of starting to get rid of it in JP, but I hate a unit being... Tropical and I are both stuck in the same boat with this newest unit, Overkilling Machine. He is maybe not useless without an awakening, but he literally... You can't use his main ability first turn in arena without his awakening. Okay, he has range 5 with an awakening, you know, with that second ability, but turn 1, or sorry, with 0 awakening, he can only use his non-elemental single target range 3 ability. Yeah, it's going to do some decent damage, but it's one unit and it's meh. So for somebody that actually cares about arena, you can't use him at 0 awakening. So that is not fun for me. It's not fun to get a copy of a unit and know that you can't use it until you get the second copy. That's not fun. That's where I am with Bianca right now. So she's my next target for hero coins, or hoping that I pull another copy eventually. She'll be on a lot of hero banners. Nara, I'm going to put right up next to her. Nara is really good. She's got a great single target heal. 2 elements, which I think was unique when she came out. 2 A rank elemental spells. Her Kaswoosh, again, I said this before, will do less damage than White Kings, I'm pretty sure. But it has a rare chance for sleep. Very rare, I think. And then she does, she's got a great bang, she's got a, I don't know, bang blast or something. It's like Hellfire blast from Dragonlord, but bang element. She's not as powerful as he is, but that's still going to be some amazing damage of both elements. A great single target heal. You can argue which bride you like more, and it's too late now. I mean, you're not really choosing a bride anymore, but when you had a choice, if you were a new player, due to the double elements and the heal, I still stand by Nara being the best pick for a brand new player, but yeah. Alright, so this is something that I was schooled on. Maybe I kind of wish I used my ring on her instead of Bianca. I drew my Nara. Debra is a lot stronger than I thought, and just the fact that she is Sizz makes her strong. If it weren't for the fact that it is her and Canic for Sizz damage, I would probably put her in good tier, or at least at the bottom of amazing. But due to the fact that she's the only unit with a good Sizz damage other than Canic, who, I don't know, Canic I'm not super impressed with his damage. Yeah, her coup de grace move I don't really like. You can't use it until turn 3. Maybe, I can't remember if it's turn 2 or 3, but It makes it useless in Arena, and it's the kind of thing, it gives her extra movement, so really if I can't use it turn 1, the value of extra movement is a lot less. It does buff her, it does heal her, so it's good, but I don't know, I think it's a turn 3 ability, so if it was turn 2 it'd be a lot different, but I don't know. And she's another one where I think you need an awakening for her third move tile, so again, lame, don't like that. Nemzo, I'm gonna put Nemzo in good tier because I haven't used him, and I don't really hear much about him. He also single target frizz damage. Maybe I'm punishing him for where he is in the timeline of release, but single target frizz damage is not rare in this game. Okay, frizz is very common. There's a lot of strong frizz units as well, so. His counter attack, I don't know how strong that is. It comes with an awakening. Can't get an awakening. He's really... the chance that I'm going to use 100 boss fragments to get his awakening over something else is relatively low. So probably it's going to be a while till he could get an awakening copy. So his stat reducing... He's got an AoE stat reducing move, so... That can be very useful on some fights, but I think people get overhype how many times that will be good. It was just useful against Malroth, but then again, there's an A rank that could do the same thing. We're probably going to get more units with Dim, so that's not the kind of move where you're almost never going to want that kind of effect in an AoE pattern. Okay, minions you take down. When you have a bunch of minions, you're trying to take everything down. When you have one strong single target, that's when you're going for debuffing. So it being an AoE is a lot less valuable than a lot of people think. Okay, let's finally get to Seraphi. Oh my god, God tier plus. Yeah, she does no damage at all. You could put like a B rank elemental scroll on her. Okay. I don't know. I'm holding out hope that there will be stronger scrolls in the future. Also, optimally, she should have some kind of utility scroll on her, but oh my god, she's must-have. She's not the most exciting because she doesn't do damage, but she's literally the best healer in the game by far. They have overtuned some future content, from what I understand, so that it is very hard to impossible without Seraphi. That is a mistake, and I hate things like that. Maybe they'll fix it for global, fat chance. Anyway, she is the best healer by far, by a mile. I think it's a mistake how strong they made her, but she is the best. Number 1 unit. She just went away, so if you're a brand new player, sorry. Save for the next time she comes back. Hopefully we get a banner where she's guaranteed on this 10th stamp in a couple of months. Save 30,000 gems for that. If we don't get that banner, you still have the first year anniversary around the corner, which I was actually wrong about in my video. It's actually 2 banners. I can't remember if I got that right in my last save for video, but it's 2 banners. 1 hero, 1 boss, I believe. So, yeah, even if the banner that I'm talking about with her guaranteed on the 10th stamp doesn't come, you're going to need those gems around the corner anyway, so you didn't make a mistake saving. Kanik. Alright, I don't know whether to put him up here. You know, I'm gonna put him right here behind the brides, because he is sizz damage. Okay, that's very rare, and he does sizzle. He does spell and physical damage. Hybrids usually aren't that good in this game. I was very excited because he has sizzle and movement 3. So far, we haven't gotten a caster with move 3. Unfortunately, I don't think he's that strong of a caster, but I haven't really tried him with a mage weapon yet. So I need to do that and test him. If he does any respectable damage like that, he could be very good. But if you've got enough points on your team and you have 1 or 2 sizz weakness enemies in arena, he can hit them first turn. He can hit 2 or 3 units first turn in arena, so it could be very useful there. If you have him awakened with Sizzle, he'll definitely hit something the first turn. Unfortunately, if you don't have him spec'd for spell damage, he's only going to do like 300 damage, probably with Squidzilla. It's very low damage without speccing him properly. So anyway, I'm going to test him out soon. But yeah, he's good. Once he defeats something, he gets an attack and wisdom buff. Not terribly useful in arena all the time. But in PvE, it can allow him to buff himself up when he can take out some weak minions easily. I'll put behind him. I can't test her at 110. She has a one-time use heal that comes after round 2. Oh, by the way, keep in mind about Canic. Okay, his coup de grace, not only is it usable round 2, so if you need a big single target hit round 2, he's got that. Okay, again, it's Sizz Strike. You can use that in PvE. He can use it twice. I do think you need to recharge again. So, like, you need a round in between. He can use it round 2, and then he could use it round 4. But yeah, it's the only coup de grace that can be used more than once so far that I've seen. Very easy to overlook. Do not forget that. Does not apply to Moonbrook. Her heal is once only. I think it starts on round 3. Yeah, again, she does. She's got a one-time use heal. She has a unique ability to. It's an AOE effect too, I think. To remove remove status conditions. Not always terribly useful, but it's unique. You could really need it somewhere. And then she does zap damage. She's got Kazapple or something, and a boom AOE attack that I believe lowers defense, maybe greatly. I can't recall. So two strong A rank elemental spells. An Awakening copy allows her to restore party MP for 10 rounds. I think it's like 10 MP a round. So that can be very useful in the right fight. Yeah, definitely not God tier, but I think she definitely fits up here in Amazing. I would like to get her fully ranked up. Just don't have the orbs for it yet, but very good. Especially if you've got her awakened. If you have an Awakening copy in her, she's probably worth an orb sooner rather than later. Alright, Hargen. I'm going to put him up here, again, right in the middle, because I learned with the Sizz users here not to underestimate, elements, users of an element that's very rare. Granted, we have Valencia coming out tonight, but nobody should get Valencia unless you get lucky with tickets. Do not summon for Valencia. Don't do it, okay? It's tact points, it's tickets only, and you're probably, and your tact points are better off saved and or spent on Killing Machine. Or Roth is still up, I'm pretty sure, for a little bit. So nobody should get Valencia unless they're very lucky with their tickets. And then you've got a Stark, but that's he's a melee unit, okay? So that's, he can move 3, but I mean, sometimes you need a caster. Sometimes you need that range. He also has a Bang AoE spell, so he's got that. His B rank spell is something, I think it does Confuse or something. It's fairly useful. He gets spell tricks with an Awakening, so I orbed mine just to have a Zam spellcaster. And that's, again, I will put, I'll probably say, he'll probably get my next boss fragment, Awakening, when I can afford one over Nemzo. So, yeah. Alright, Roth. I probably have to put him up here in Amazing tier. He doesn't excite me at all. I think he does one... He's only going to be able to use that zap type ability a couple of times. He gets like 80 MP back whenever one of your allies dies. There's very few fights where you want to count on that. Completely useless in arena. I think that's fairly obvious to say. He's 65 points. Doesn't really have he's got some range on his ability, but I'm gonna say he's not he's not an arena unit, and PvE he's only good for short fights, really, until you start sacking off party members. Very limited PvE use for that ability. I don't like him, but he is very high on the JP tier list, and I can't test him. I didn't get him. I'm not gonna put orbs into him, probably, even if I did have him. So I'm going off JP tier list by putting him up here. I would put him at good. I don't think he doesn't impress me, but I could be wrong. Alright, and then this guy, I've not tested him. I don't have him leveled. I used all my orbs up, like, the day before I got him. Who was it? Which unit am I talking about? Well, there's only one left, guys. Overkilling Machine. He's amazing. He's amazing. I know he's going to be amazing. Tropical told me about him, and then I looked at him like, oh my god, I actually can't wait for this guy to come out either. Alright, Arena God. Arena God. Once he gets an Awakening copy. Unfortunately. So, there. And I'm gonna put him up here. He's so amazing. Move 3 and a very strong ability that can hit 3 targets. I mean, imagine if you could use, like, Glacial Doom, and always hit the front line with it. That's the thing with casters. 2-movement casters with their range 3 abilities. Oh, wait, actually, I'm wrong. That ability's only range 2. But anyway, he's often going to be able to hit 3 units with his strong Frizz type ability the first turn. He's always going to be able to hit something the first turn, with very rare exception. But yeah, he's just amazing. He starts off with the first 2 turns, I believe, with a double attack buff. Literally all that matters for Arena. Anything that happens on the 3rd turn, yes, you very often go to the 3rd round. It's not as if you don't need to do anything on the 3rd round, but you're cleaning up, okay? You don't need to have attack buffs anymore. You don't need to have huge single target strikes, okay? You're cleaning up, so his double attack buff lasting only the first 2 rounds, that's okay. I'm sure he is plenty useful in PvE as well. He'll do great damage. I don't know what his tanking ability is like, but probably can't be too bad. I can't remember if he only buffs attack or if it's attack and defense. Sorry. Great tier list, huh, boys? And one girl that watches. But yeah, Arena God. Get an Awakening Fragment in him. He's a unit. He's the reason that I didn't really have an option, but he's the reason I didn't use any of my inorganic gems, like or fragments. I was tempted to buy one for Believe. It ended up being unnecessary, but he's just save your inorganic fragments for him. Okay, he's the best. And if you're a new player, this is probably what you're re-rolling for. If you're watching this video like today, this week, whatever, this is who you re-roll for right now. Overkilling Machine. Fantastic. Okay, wow, that's a long video. Crap, I rambled a lot. So I'm going to stop. Alright, like, subscribe, comment, Discord, and if you want to support the video, you want to see more better videos, Patreon, patreon.com/chasegames. All links in the description. Have a great day, guys. Oh, that's the wrong button.